Good morning, everybody. I'm Sean from Sean's Shave Den, and welcome to another shave, and happy Martin Luther King's Day, by the way. This weekend, we got a 3-day weekend, but I had to work, unfortunately, but I didn't really shave when I went to work, so I got about 2.5 days of work, growth. So the products that we're going to be using today, let me straighten this camera out a little bit. Products that we're going to be using today are Spiteful soaps, FUBAR. Now, this is a good vegan-friendly soap. It's a sort of hard puck, which I'll show you in a little bit. I had it blooming, which means I put a little bit of water over it, some hot water over the puck, and let it sit while I take a shower. I'm all showered, hydrated, ready to go. But as you can see, you see some water in there. So let me pour some of that blue water out and use it as my pre-shave. So Spiteful Soaps is a vegan-based soap. And like I said, it's a hard puck. As you can see, I can do it, but what I do is I put a little bit of water on the top, hot water on the top, and it loosens some of the essential oils in it and fragrances. It also makes it a little bit easier to load onto the brush because it softens up the top layer of the soap. But let me just tell you what this what it says about the scent notes and everything of this, because it's actually kind of funny on here. When things go FUBAR on you, copious amounts of beer are generally in order. What happens when there is a plethora of beer? Some of it gets made into beer shaving soap. Top it all off with a manly tobacco flavor and bourbon fragrance, and you are ready to weather any shit storm. Sorry, I said shit. If you get offended, I'm sorry. Storm that comes your way. Okay, so it's a beer, tobacco smelling, and tobacco flower smelling, and so it's a little bit different than a tobacco leaf, and bourbon. What I get mostly from this scent is, you ever go to a brewery and you smell the mash being boiled and the beginnings of making a beer? It's a very sweet, like, smelling thing. That's what this smells like. Or if you're Puerto Rican or Hispanic and you know what Malta India is, it's a soft drink over here in Puerto Rico. It's made with basically the leavings from beer, from the process of making beer. And it smells a lot like that. It's a pretty good smell. I like it. And for the razor today, I'm going to be using my KARVE Christopher Bradley with the B plate, and for the blade I'm using Gillette 7 o'clock sharp edge. Now, I've been using these throughout the week here and there, and I'll be honest with you, they're not the smoothest blades, and honestly I don't think they're as sharp as the Gillette 7 o'clock Super Platinum, or even the super thin ones, Gillette Super Thins. The Thai ones. It actually kind of was a little bit of a rough shave, but I'm going to give it a go and try it out again, and we'll see how it goes. The brush that I'm using today, which is a great brush, and it's massive. It's the RAZOROCK Monster. And the tips on this are very, very soft, but it has plenty of backbone, and it lathers like a dream. I love this brush, and it's actually a very reasonable price. So I had it soaking. I know it's synthetic, but I soak it regardless, and I'm using my timeless bowl. So let me get this soap lathered up. I'm doing something a little bit different here. I'm gonna lather it up and show you the result once it's done, just to cut down on the time of the video a little bit, and then we'll get started with the shave. All right. See you in a little bit. Okay, I'm back. My soap is nice and lathered and ready to go. So if you look at that, I know you see the brush. So this lather, very nice, very slick lather. I've used it for a while now. I love this soap. It's a great soap. It's not as dense as some of the other vegan soaps or even the tallow-based soaps out there. It's a little bit more on the airy side, but it's still very slick. It's very cushiony to help you get a great shave. And if you look in there, that's the bowl. It doesn't take much water to get this going. It resembles almost like a whipped cream once it's done for the most part. Very light, very airy. Not a lot of bubbles, but it's still, you know, as you can see, it looks a little bit more like whipped cream than anything. So let's get started with the shave. I put a little bit of the proto lather that was left when I was loading the brush from the puck as a pre-shave as well. So let's wet the face a little bit and we'll get started. And this brush just feels amazing on the skin. Very cheap, very nice brush. No frills. It's a big brush, big knot, so it holds a lot of lather. So it's great for head shaving. The RAZOROCK Monster. That's one of the places that I go to the most, honestly. They give you the best bang for your buck. Their soaps are top notch. Their razors are top notch. The brushes are top notch. And it's all for a reasonable price. Get a little bit more water on here. I mean, look at that. Great, great lather. Very slick. Now the after face feel, I mean it's okay. The aftershave feel on this soap. It's not the best aftershave feel, but it doesn't make your skin feel dry or peely or anything. Just normal. All right, I think that's enough lather over here. Get started on the shave. Dip my hand on the alum block over here so I don't have to slip on the razor. All right, KARVE B plate. Let's get started. See, and already the soap is very cushiony, very slick, but I'll tell you what, this razor, already I'm feeling it, it's a little rough. It's cutting, but for some reason it just doesn't feel as sharp as some of the other Gillette razors out there. Like, I'm used to using the Gillette Super Platinum and the Gillette Super Thins. And even though it says super sharp at that in this name, I don't think it's any sharper or more comfortable than the other Gillette blades that I've used in the past. It's not rough, but it's enough to say that it's a little uncomfortable. So from now on, I'm gonna continue to use the other Gillette blades over these. And I've used them on and off, but this whole week. And they worked. Like I said, they're sharp, they do the job, but they're just not as comfortable as the other Gillette razors that I've had. But it's taken about 2 days worth of growth down like nothing for the most part. So once again, for you new guys, very light touch with these razors. Just let the weight of the razor do the work. And some of the razors are really heavy, so you may even have to cut back on some of the weight on some of the razors. Like my Timeless, if I let the weight of the razor do the work, I actually have to cut back on that. My face feels like I got in a fight with a bobcat. So depending on the razor, you have to use a little less than the weight of the razor. But this KARVE razor is just going right through it. The weight of the razor is perfect in this razor, in my opinion. It does just the right amount of job in there. And it makes it feel like you got something of quality, which it is. I mean, see, with these blades, the less comfortable portions of it are usually on my chin. The rest of the face was fine, but the chin is a little rougher with these blades. Again, these are just my opinion. For some of you that love the Gillette yellow 7 o'clock sharp edge, tell me if you get good shaves with it, if this is what you use every day. Everybody's face is different. That's the one thing about shaving. You could look at my soap reviews and everything and say, oh, that soap looks awesome. And then you get it home and it makes you break out, you know, where it's not as slick as you thought it would be, or cushiony. But I try and tell it like it is with a lot of these products. I'll tell you if I don't like it. Once again, it's just my humble opinion on some of these products. Which, the soap, no issue whatsoever. Very good product. Let me go lathered up for the second pass. Yeah, see, that's not nearly as much growth taken off as it usually is with some of my other Gillette razors. It smells like a brewery in here now. Very wonderful smell, and you get a hint of the tobacco flower smell too. Very sweet smelling soap. Not sweet to the point where it's obnoxious, but like I said, it smells like a brewery. So if you like that scent, then by all means grab it. And Spiteful Soap Company, they make a lot of different, like I have the other soap is called Bitch Slap, and it has mint in it as well as some other essential oils, and that's wonderful too. All the soaps are named after some kind of foul language or foul thing. It's kind of funny. I like it. But if you're somebody that's easily offended, that's probably not the soap for you. Still enough lather to do 3 more passes after this. Okay. Next pass, across the grain. There it goes. That second pass is getting most of the hairs I missed. And I said it in my other videos, shaving is about hair reduction. You don't want to get that baby butt smooth face right off the go. Believe me, you'll pay for that. So just take off the hair as it goes. Each pass. You get the majority off with your second pass, really. And then the third pass, if you do a third pass, is really just a cleanup. And for those of you that are new or veterans to this, I'm sure you know, stretch your skin. If you have a hard to reach spot, stretch it out a little bit and then go over very lightly with your razor. And you'll be surprised at how baby butt smooth you'll get your face if you stretch your skin a little bit. Also, I sent out my straight razor, which I've never really used. I've used it once or twice, and for some reason the honing on it, it just didn't cut the hairs. So I sent my razor out to one of my buddies on Rich Man's Shaving Facebook page, and he's gonna do the honing for me. So I'll maybe in the near future, once I get that back, I'll try and do a straight razor shave on video. And I heard this guy is very good with his honing abilities. So I'll be the test, and I'll let you know whether I like it or not. I'm sure I will. And maybe we get him some business too. So in the near future, whenever I get my razor back, my straight razor, we'll be doing a video on that at some point. And I'm no expert at using a straight razor, just letting you know. So there may be blood, we'll see. Last few times I've tried using the straight razor, it just didn't cut the hair. I don't know whether it was something that I was doing or the honing on the razor, but it just wasn't a comfortable or a shave that even got any hair off. I had to finish it up with the DE. Very slick soap, very nice. Very cushiony, no irritation whatsoever. Let's get ready for the third pass. Like I said before, essentially the cleanup pass. If you look, still plenty of soap in there, brush. I could probably do my head shave later on with this soap. Perfect. Soap doesn't taste too bad either. I mean, it's soap, tastes like soap, but if it gets in your mouth, it's not a terrible flavor. I have a little pimple on the bottom of my chin. I may have cut that. No, no blood so far. Good. Now, the soap, it's a very slick soap, but the residual slickness isn't the greatest. It kind of dries off and gets a little bit tacky at the end, but that's all right. If you wet your face a little bit more, it brings back the slickness a little bit more. But when the lather's on, it's a very slick lather. finish this up. Nice shave. Not the most comfortable I've had with these blades, but not the soap's fault, not the razor's fault, but the blade's fault, I think, more so. But still a great shave nonetheless. And there you have it, folks. That's the end of the shave. And about as close to baby butt smooth as you could get. Let me get cleaned up and I'll be back with the post shave. All right, I'm all cleaned up. That was a fantastic shave. So I'm gonna move on with my post shave, which what I'm going to be using today for my aftershave is Suavecito's Whiskey Bar Aftershave. If you can see that, if that focuses. Now, if you like whiskey, this is a great scent. I love it. It's got a nice menthol burst to it at the end, and it's probably one of the best whiskey scents and aftershaves I've actually smelled in the past. Probably one of my favorites. So, dry the face off. Shake up the bottle a little bit. Well, you could smell it as you're shaking up the bottle too. I need to get more of that stuff. Really good aftershave. Oh yeah. Put a little bit more on. No burns, no cuts. Great shave. Very smooth. Smelling good. Getting ready for my only day off this weekend, this Monday. So, as a recap on the products that we used, everybody, we used Spiteful Soaps FUBAR. Great soap. The Timeless Lather Bowl, which is also a great product. If you travel a lot and you don't want to break your Captain's Choice bowl or any of your ceramic bowls, perfect bowl for you. It's very small. It'll fit in your bag, and it's got high edges, so you're not going to lose any lather. The KARVE Christopher Bradley with the bead plate, and Gillette super sharp blades. Gillette 7 o'clock super sharp. And the RAZOROCK Monster Brush. All right. Please like and subscribe. If you have any comments or anything you want to ask me, please feel free. Happy weekend, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your week. I will see you later on for another shave.